I'm just gonna put this right over here to the side, and I think it misses a last touch. Let me go ahead and add an emoji to the side. That's 10 times better, right? No. Yo, what's good everyone, it's Cinou here and welcome back. So if your thumbnail looks something like this, aka bad, well, today I'm going to be teaching you how you can fix it and make it from this to this. So I'm going to be giving you the most important tips and steps that you should absolutely follow to make your thumbnails eye-catching and clickable. So with that being said, let's get started in today's video. Alright, before we start this video, I quickly want to address something. If you are using PC or iOS or Android, it's the exact same thing. If you are using Pixlr or Photoshop Touch or anything else, it's the exact same idea. So what you have to do is just follow the steps and you're definitely gonna have a better result. So to make it easier for you guys, I did split this video to 3 parts. Yeah, that's it, just 3 parts. Each part represents a different step. So basically follow the 3 steps and you're definitely gonna have a better thumbnail. Alright, so in this video I'm gonna be using Photoshop Touch, which is an app that I'm pretty sure that most of you guys are familiar with, which is an app that you can find on Android and iOS. And if you guys would like to download this on Android, the link will be available in description below if you want to download it for Android. So basically, as I said in the beginning of this video, it does not matter what editing app you are using, it's basically the exact same idea. Okay, so the first tip is to get a good background, a really eye-catching background, and it doesn't really matter if you can actually make it. You can go to Google Play Store and then you can search any type of background, for example, like a colorful or a geometric background. It really doesn't matter. So once you download it, go ahead and import it to your editing app, in my case Photoshop Touch as I mentioned, and then you can go ahead and apply any effects to it. It can be like blur effect or literally anything. It doesn't really matter because we are gonna cover it up anyways. Okay, now believe it or not, the background step is actually ready. Now let's move on to the second step, which is the text. The text is actually 80% of the whole thumbnail. If you have a good text, you will definitely have a better thumbnail. The better text you have, the better thumbnail you will get. Okay, now let's move on to how you can actually get a great text on your thumbnail. Okay, first thing I just want to say that if your app does not support an external font, you should definitely use an external app to use another font and put it into the project that you are working on. For example, Photoshop Touch does actually have a built-in text font on it, but let's just say all of them really suck. They really do suck a lot. And do you know what actually sucks even more? You can't even add an external font into it. And believe me when I say there's hella apps out there on the Play Store that allow you to enter external text fonts into your editing app. My own favorite app that actually allows you to do that is an app that I've been using since ever. It's called Fonto. A lot of people actually prefer other apps, for example Pixel. Pixel is actually a lot better than Fonto. You can create with Pixel 3D text and stuff. But for my own personal opinion, I am actually still using Fonto because it's a lot simpler and faster to create text with it. Okay, now is the time to pick your own font that you're going to be using on the thumbnail on dafonts.com, which is a website that actually allows you to download any font for free. So the link will be down in the description below for this website. I would say my favorite fonts that I'm still using today are American Captain and Quartzo. I'm probably spelling that wrong. Both of those fonts are actually down in the description below. I like the way that those fonts actually stand out. They are so bold and really easy to read, so they are eye-catching and very, very clear. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using Pixel because the majority of people actually use Pixel, so I don't see a point of me using my favorite app anyway. So I will leave a link in the description below, a tutorial video that shows you how you can actually install custom fonts on Pixel, so the link will be down in the description below. A really important note that make sure when you are creating the text, you create each word separately. Now import all of the words into the project that we are working on. Now you might notice something, I don't actually have a lot of words right over here, I only have 3 words, and this is a really important key. If you have a lot of words on your sentence on the thumbnail, people will not be able to read it. I recently created this thumbnail and then I looked at it, I was like, no, this is too complicated, so what I did, I actually recreated the thumbnail with only 2 words, and as you see, it's so much better. It's a lot simpler to read and more eye-catching. My advice to you is that if you have a lot of words in your thumbnail, be sure to go ahead and remove as many words as possible. Now, as you can see right over here, what I'm doing is that I'm sticking up the text one above another. So basically, make sure that they are all in the exact same level, just like I'm doing right over here. Now, I usually put the thumbnails either in the right side of the screen or the left side of the screen. And I actually always do that. If you look to my thumbnails, I always have this algorithm in my thumbnail. So when you choose a position for your text, you can actually put it just like this. It kind of looks so hidden, it looks so overexposed, I guess. But as I said, if the text doesn't really look good, your thumbnail will look horrible. So what we are going to do is that we are going to actually add more effects into it. So the first effect that I always do is the shadow effect. So add the shadow into your text about like 3 times until you think that it's really visible and really eye-catching. Another thing that I really didn't mention is this is so important, is that you should cover up as much screen as you can with your text. So as you can see, I did really stick the text together and I did zoom them a lot. I did actually scale them up a lot. The reason of that being is that I want my text to be as visible as possible. Remember that when you apply the thumbnail into the video, it's gonna be so much more smaller, which basically means a small text will never be visible. Okay, now let's move on to the second thing, which is the pictures on the thumbnail. This is kind of important, in the same time it's really not necessary. If you look to all my thumbnails, I always put text in the left side and a photo in the right side. The photo, believe it or not, it's actually gonna make the thumbnail so eye-catching to the viewers. Make sure you go to Google and search in something related to your thumbnail, to the topic of the video, and basically search about a PNG photo. Make sure that it doesn't have a background and basically put it in the right side of the thumbnail. Make sure you cover the whole space that we left right over here, so it's gonna be as visible as possible, just like we did with the text. And now if you look at it, as you can see, the thumbnail actually looks so eye-catching. It's really good. I definitely like it. Now of course you can add some color correction, or maybe you wanna paint the text if you want. It really depends on your personal opinion. And remember guys, good background, a really nice and visible text, and a good photo to the side should actually do it. Those are 3 steps that you really should take care of. And another thing that I am again gonna mention it is that you should cover up the whole background. As you can see, I did cover up the most of the background. Nothing is actually showing from the background in this thumbnail, maybe a little bit, but most of the thumbnail is the photo and the text. That's exactly what's gonna make the people that are scrolling down the homepage press or click on your photo. That's exactly what's gonna give you more views. Now if you guys liked this video and if you find it helpful, please don't forget to like this video down below. Leave a thumbs up before you close this video. Also leave sweet comments down below, because why not? Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out. I had a little bit of voice crack right there, but anyways, peace out.